Live from Beijing in MSI's Beat It 2010. I'm joined by a man you know probably very, very well already. His name is Grubby. He is, as we've been referring to him, as Mr. Warcraft 3. Grubby, how are you doing?
I'm very good, and I'm joined here by the illustrious Tosspot. He'll be filling in the commentary when I have nothing smart to say. So basically, we're started here with the game Lyn against Th, who choose to use the name A Monster. What do you think about that?
Well, he would normally, if it like an ESL or a WCG event, he'd get told off, but he's safe here to change his name. Grubby, let's talk first of all about your tournament. What are your thoughts on it? I mean, you had some controversy in it, worth discussing. What happened to you?
Well, there wasn't that much controversy in it. I'm not too unhappy about the games that I played. I did lose the tournament, losing against two excellent players, Infi and Remind. Both scores were 1-2. I felt I could have gotten more out of it, but when does one who loses not feel like that? Yeah, there was one thing that happened, but I don't think it affected the outcome. In the second game of Remind against me on Twisted Meadows, which was in the loser bracket, I was down 0-1, and one referee walked up to Remind's PC. There was a circle of people gathered around him to watch his game, so it was quite obvious from, and if you just look at it, that there was an important game going on, and this is a referee we're talking about, not just someone else. So he just walked up to Remind's PC and unplugged the network cable, which isn't very customary for tournament games, because the game wasn't saved, so all the progress was lost. I did feel like I was winning that game. Later, when I looked it back, I'm not as sure, but regardless, for both players, this is a very frustrating experience, and also a bit unfathomable, because we don't really know what was going on in that referee's mind.
Now, how is Grubby in terms of shape and form right now?
So I've been practicing in Asia a bit. Well, quite a bit, and I think this has helped me in like my general shape. I do think that I am able to beat anyone at this point. I lost only 1-2 against both these players. Also, my nemesis Sky, Infi, Th, who are the three Chinese devil humans, who many orcs have a lot of trouble beating. For the first time since a long time, I've been feeling really confident about beating them. I did beat Th and Infi at the IEM in Shanghai about a month ago, and I beat Sky twice about 3 weeks ago in E-Stars, so I do feel much better about that. I think that speaks well for the practice that I've been doing. I've been working really hard on Orc versus Human. I think now it's just about making less mistakes than my opponent does, and for myself, making less mistakes than I have done so far. I don't think I make a lot, but one mistake can cost you the game at this level, and I'm really just trying to iron out the inconsistencies in my play, and then I think I can be a player to be reckoned with.
So WCG is, what, a month away now? All eyes on that, I imagine.
Yeah, WCG is the next tournament that I'll be playing, and obviously this is of huge importance to me. And yeah, I'm gonna try to do everything I can to bring the best Grubby I can.
Now, into the game we go. Lyn and Th, opening thoughts?
Yeah, so I've been watching the game and haven't shared anything of what happened yet. Unfortunately, nothing too special has happened yet. We're going to see the first deviating play right now, as we saw Lyn scouting initially with the peon. I think, yeah, he did lose his peon, so basically he's playing blind. He has no idea where Th is, except from his excellent game sense. Lyn did go for creeping, the 3 small creeps here, taking out this creep here at the natural, which, in addition to give him another good item like Claws of Attack or Gloves of Haste, does make this natural easier to creep later, because the creep that he killed was the one that cast Frost Armor. So this is a very good support creep for the strength of that creep camp. Later on he can just creep it with grunts only. So this is going to help him in his versatility of creeping. He could be harassing with his Blade Master at the same time as creeping with his grunts. And that's going to help him to get up an expansion earlier if that's what he chooses to do. We do see a pretty standard follow-up after that. He had a bit more of a forward shop than usual. That it helps for the, let's say, the flow of the game. When your shop is, well, like Melting Valley is a pretty long map, right? So when your shop is more towards the middle, you don't have to go back quite as far if you want to get some new heal solves. After that, however, since he was playing blind, having lost his peon to the Mountain King, he decided to go for the most standard place of where the Mountain King usually expands, which is here at the natural. So he basically chose an intersection route, he went to the creep camp which is closest to TH base and which would have him intercepting TH as he would go to that expansion. Not seeing him, he decided, I don't want to waste the time that I spent by walking here already, and I'm going to take this creep right here, who also dropped the Blade Master item.
Good fortune or a good sense?
I think it's very important in Warcraft when you're making decisions with limited information that you choose to do things which, whether or not your opponent is doing what you expect them to do, it's going to work out well. So Lyn is obviously thinking, I'm going to go here to, creep jack TH if he's there. But if not, he wants to have a plan B, and it's very important to have a plan B. Because if he's wrong, and he goes there, and TH isn't there, and he'd be stumped, it would take a long way to go to the corner here, which is where TH expanded. So you don't want to waste that kind of time.
Mountain King taking a bit of damage here. Th000, you took us through the harass move here from the Mountain King. What is going through TH's mind?
So TH, having successfully set up his expansion, and I might say without taking any damage at all, decided to take the aggression towards Lyn's base. Now what Lyn is doing, we're quite used to seeing this from Lyn by now, is to go tier 3 on Melting Valley quickly. Oh my god, this is unbelievable. Okay, I'm going to finish that thought later. What happened was he's hiding there with a Cloak of Shadows, which isn't something you can plan before the game because you don't know whether you're surely going to find a Cloak of Shadows. And moreover, you only find it in the corner position here, and you wouldn't find it if you crept the natural first. So he's obviously putting unexpected items to good use, hiding there for as long as he can to make sure that Lyn is staying away from his expansion. And what Lyn is going to do, he's sending his Blade Master to the shop to get Dust of Appearance. This costs a lot of time, so that's a really nice move by TH. So the only way out that I could see was that the MK would eventually have to town portal. Unbelievably though, he storm bolted the Shadow Hunter and had the guts, and he knew the timing to Staff of Teleport out of it at that moment. So very nice move here by TH, saving himself the cost of his town portal, which he might very well need now. Nope, he's going down to the Blade Master. This, yeah, it was all happening a bit too fast. He didn't have tier 2 yet, so there was no chance he was going to be able to buy a heal pot. But what I think he was trying to do is buy a regeneration scroll, town portal back home, right here behind this little wall where he already had the Zeppelin ready to come out if he needed to, so that he doesn't need to destroy his own buildings or cut a lot of trees. But he wanted to get that regeneration scroll before he town portaled out, because if he gets here with whatever 1 HP, 5 HP, he would be effectively out of the game for a while. So he was selling the Cloak of Shadows, wanting to buy the regeneration scroll, but it did not happen in time. So nice kill there on the Mountain King by the Blade Master.
Does that put us at advantage, Lyn, or still too much to play?
Let's see. Lyn is okay. So Lyn just threw down a tiny Great Hole. I wouldn't say that there's advantage on either side yet. We saw a Mountain King kill. I think that's a pretty big thing. At the same time, TH is killing some peons, so this is going to slow down Lyn's economy.
Yep, four peons there, ready to go to the slaughter, unless the returning forces of Lyn are able to hoard off that Mountain King, which looks like they're about to do, force him towards the back of that gold mine, and the Mountain King just can't catch a break at the moment.
Yeah, what the Mountain King is thinking now is thinking, I wish I could get out of this with a Staff of Teleport, but this is obviously not possible, so he's choosing to town portal out a little bit too late in my opinion. He bought the most, maybe 4 or 5 seconds with that, made Shadowhunter use 70 mana, but I don't think it's worth going to less than half life.
Now we see the continue creeping by Lyn here as at his expansion, and is in He's in a strong, he's in a healthy position. No mistakes made thus far from Lyn, which I think it was the best you can ask for in the early plays.
Yeah, Lyn obviously wants to limit the amount of mistakes he makes. He knows that if he can get a solid game with a good economy, get his expansion up fast enough, he can get a good amount of Bat Riders out to counter the inevitable Griffin Riders. We do see that TH has done something really sneaky. While he was in the Lyn space with the Mountain King hiding with Cloak of Shadows, and again while he was here waiting with the Town Portal, in the meantime he set up an expansion with a big amount of towers, very difficult to take down, and this is going to give him a huge economical lead. It does mean that he chose to expand on tier 1 again. His gold is going to absolutely skyrocket, but at the same time his Griffins are going to come much, much later. So I feel that if Lyn is onto it right away, within the next 1 or 2 minutes, he's not out of the game yet. He can try to set down an expansion in this corner and try to equal it out, and in the meantime get some advantage in hero levels.
And at the moment, I mean, are we set poised for a long haul and one final, but one large battle towards the end of it? Is that where you see this going at the moment?
Yeah, basically what Human is trying to do in this matchup is try to get a critical mass of Griffin Riders. There's really no point in launching a fast attack with 60 food Griffin Riders, which is about 60% of your food, right? 100 food is the maximum, where they could still be easily taken down by strong ground forces, hero levels, and a couple of Bat Riders. Basically what Human is trying to do, they're gonna, I think especially in the situation where the hero levels are rather skewed in the favor of the Orc, I think that Human is going to just save up 3, 4, 5,000 gold, free-for-all style, big game, big money, and get 3 upgraded Griffins with heal scrolls, invulnerability potions, perhaps even 3 heroes, and just a really big amount of Griffins so that one fight can finish it off. He cannot really afford to do a war of attrition in this game.
Mountain King is again under attack, but will get out with this time about 50% health as he vacates the premises.
He's doing a little bit of defend footman harass here, which is really nice because he's making use of the nooks and crannies inside Lyn space, where only units as small as the footman himself can really reach them. Obviously that's not true for this unfortunate little soldier, but this footman is snugly fits in between the crack of a building where he cannot be hit by this Goblin Shredder.
Which is now going to come back as that footman has decided to go walkies, and now will be finished off surely as he runs around to the same position where he was just a second ago, but will be able to escape. And
he's obviously not inflicting a world of pain here, but he's doing what little he can, and given time, he's going to force Lyn to use peons and put them in burrows, lose some resources, do some repair, basically take off his attention just that little bit, and we can already see that there's just 3 footmen mining here in the gold. That means that he's getting 20 gold per second less.
He's being annoying.
He's being annoying.
Here we go, and down on the southeast of the map, we have Lyn going for pretty much exactly what you called about 60 seconds ago, which was clean out this bottom right and get that second expansion up.
Yeah, and we did see that he got it, the expansion, as soon as he humanly could after finding this expansion, and he did not feel like taking a gamble to try to take this down. He might eventually be able to, but I don't think the losses he would suffer, and considering he's already down 2 to 3 gold mines, would justify the expense. Perhaps now he'll give it a shot, or he'll just keep creeping. We really can't be sure yet. While in the same time, the Mountain King is doing his little thing again. He's planting down 2 very cheeky towers there, which we are a little bit familiar with from TH. Very freestyle player, very adaptable and creative. That's going to force the Shredder to attack there. Again, there's not full mining here from Lyn in the gold mine. So pretty nice move by TH.
Now, if you were to call this before we'd seen the start of the match, where would you have gone? Who would your favorite have been at the start of this game?
So Lyn is very, very comfortable with Melting Valley. He has it pat down to scout with the Blade Master where the human is, where he's expanding, and at the same time he'll creep with his Shadow Hunter and Alchemist. I do feel like he's being put off a little bit out of his game, and that's definitely to TH's credit. But you asked me what would I have said before the game.